See if I don't spill it. And this bike, it's very easy to spill. Look at that. It's alright. Have you guys ever heard of tent space? It's something I use quite frequently when I'm riding across the United States. Yesterday, or the day before, I had a feller named Raj stay with me, and he is on a cross-country tour, which is quite amazing because it's freezing. And the day he came was even worse. And he, I think, is on his way on his Triumph Bonneville Speedmaster. That's quite the handful. I mean, what do they call it? Like Bonneville and then Speedmaster. Can't you just call it Speedmaster? Anyway, Triumph's names are kind of interesting. I like that they do have like these very British names. The Bonneville, Speedmaster, Tiger. I like that. And tent space is, I guess you could say, a service. It's a free service. Motorcyclists put up their own house, their backyard, as possible camping areas for motorcycle riders that are touring. And sometimes like cyclists as well, but more so in the West Coast. It seems like people open up their houses a lot more. And in the DC area, I'm like one of the people that a lot of motorcycle riders stay with, because I'm very close to the district line. And yeah, I always welcome people. Like I love it when people stay at my house and they're motorcycling. I don't get too much in their business. There are some tent spacers who definitely like to be more chatty. But when I'm on my tent spacing, adventures, I talk with the host. Yeah, think of tent spacing as the free Airbnb of motorcycling. It's really amazing. It saved me so much money on hotels, and I just love staying. It always feels a little bit safer too, because you're staying in somebody's backyard or garage. Sometimes they even have rooms that they will let you stay in for free. It's amazing. Tent spacing is amazing, and if you're a rider and you have a backyard, you should submit it to the tent space map, because even though you might not think that people want to stay in your backyard and pitch a tent, you would be surprised. I mean, I would love it if somebody had a backyard in San Francisco or something like that where it's so expensive. And if somebody wants to go and explore the city, like me, who doesn't make a lot of money, that is one of the amazing things that a rider could do for another. It's like paying it forward. You just let people stay for free, and they don't make a mess, nothing. It's awesome. I've stayed in garages, in airport hangars, in backyards. People have given me rooms. It's just amazing. Sometimes there's even people are out on vacation and they'll let you into their house. They'll have one of those electronic locks and everything. I absolutely love tent space. It's one of the most amazing things a motorcycling community could provide for others. And I think on ADV Rider, they do have this really amazing community. When groups have moved away from forums, and shifted into Facebook, and I kind of hate that Facebook just yields so much power when it comes to even motorcycling groups, but it is the most convenient. So but ADV Rider still hangs in there as being this amazing community of riders who have a bond. It's kind of crazy. It's generally you meet somebody, they ride the same bike that you do, and you kind of feel oh yeah, that you're a cool guy. You got my Yamaha Super 10, right? It's a little bit trivial when you think about it, but it's the same on ADV Rider. It's all about the bikes. It's about adventure. It's about travel. And it doesn't really matter what bike you have, but at one point there used to be a BMW GS forum years ago. But now it's become such a large type of group, and they have all sorts of bikes, Oh, this is a steel plate. They have all sorts of bikes. If you look to the right, that's ice. And I think they salted the roads already. Look, this is a preempted sort of looking out and treating the roads. This is it. You can definitely tell that there's going to be a storm. I think a Honda Ruckus would be better. It's got the thicker tires. Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.